if I wanted to, it is strong enough so I could swing on it, right?
And welcome to Valerie Vernon Home. It's Valerie here. In this video, I am sharing with you how I built a multifunctional arbor in my veggie garden. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you learned something from it. Get back to building this arbor. Like the arbor in the front, I will be using lots of upcycled materials, and the main material that I'll be using here for the framing is actually rough sawn hemlock. I like to use rough sawn hemlock because it's good for the outdoor, and also it's good for my pocketbook, right? And so even the planter boxes that I have there in the garden, they're made of rough sawn hemlock. Now you would have seen me doing the shishugiban on the post, and that is supposed to help them to last longer when they're beneath the soil. And to hold the post upright, I'm actually using some broken bricks. When we moved to the property, there I found a pile of broken bricks in a back section of the property, which looked like they had knocked down some building or something. So I usually refer to it as the ruins, the bricks from the ruins. So I'm using them to help to hold the post up, because in the previous video, somebody suggested that I use a post mix that you can get in the stores, which, yeah, I know you can use. However, those things are not readily available where we are in the countryside here, and moreover, they're pretty expensive. So I'm just going the old-fashioned way, and at the end of it all, believe me, it's gonna be pretty firm in the ground. The two cross pieces on the top of the post were actually temporary because what I did was measure the distance between the two posts and then I screw them together essentially with the temporary cross pieces just to make sure that they stayed in place where I wanted them to be. So now I am going to put up the permanent cross pieces. Here I am joining two 6 feet pieces of wood to make sure that it's long enough to go from side to side because I must have said in a previous video that we were not able to fit a 10-foot piece of wood in the SUV, and so we decided to take the 6 feet, and I ripped the 6 feet in two, and now I am joining them with four face plates. And the reason why I'm joining them with four face plates is so that they stay together properly, strongly. Now, if I just use two face plates, they would not be joined together securely enough to go across. And so I'm using four face plates. So the long piece that I just joined the two pieces together to make, I'm going to refer to it as a ledger board. So what I'm doing here is putting a screw in on this side of, or let's say the one side, the right side of the arbor. And the reason why I'm putting in the screw is because I want to make sure when I put the ledger board up, I level it out before I then go ahead and put the cross piece that is going to permanently hold the ledger board in place. Here I am adjusting the height of the screw that I put on the post to level out the ledger board.
Oh, yes. Okay. So
Here, I am just measuring to see how far apart the left and the right posts are, just to make sure I have the same distance apart at the top as it is at the bottom.
Not long enough.
Now I've gotten the measuring or the measurements and the leveling correct. I'm gonna go ahead and install the other cross piece. Now it's time to go ahead and install the second ledger board. This time I don't have to use the screws because the two permanent cross pieces are now in place. So I'm basically just going to put the ledger board on top and make sure that the
That's about it.
hangovers on both sides are equal and then go to town at screwing it in.
Guys, I'm using all rough sawn hemlock, which means that they have not been finished, which means that they are pretty imperfect. But I'm trying my best here, okay? Now it's time to go ahead and clad my trellis slash arbor, and I will be using, yeah, panels from an animal crate. Now I picked this up at a garage sale. So there are going to be two on this side, two on that side, and then there are going to be three on the top.
I am using my trusty wood strappings to affix the panels to the arbor. So basically, what I do is just put the panel up against the post, and then I put the strip over the panel and put some small screws through the wood strip into the post, and that helps to keep the panels in place on the post. Now it's time to get the top done. I had originally decided to put three of the panels on top. However, I just felt like I would be wasting a panel because they would be overlapping so much. And so I figure I can use that panel to do something else around the garden. And so what I have done, or what I'm doing here, is putting two panels to the sides on the outside, and then in between the two panels, towards the middle of the arbor, I have decided to just use some pieces of lumber that I have lying around to make slats for that portion that will not have the grate. for the metal panels to both sides, on either sides of the slats, I am using a piece of lumber, one on the left side and one on the right side, from positioned from north to south, just to hold the panels in place. So therefore, I won't be putting anything horizontally on the sides. I'm just putting pieces of lumber vertically. I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. So one of the things that I do when I do the arbors is to make sure that I put corner braces, and those corner braces ensure that the arbor is structurally sound and able to do what I need it to do, basically.
What do you think, guys? It's almost gonna put 4 more posts in here, but it's just great that's going on it. Nobody's gonna swing from it. So I'm thinking for now, I won't put anything in here. I'll just leave it be. Here, then I can actually put some type of a trellis on it so I can grow something on it. And so, yeah, I think it would be better to put it on the inside here.
I hope you're enjoying the build so far. Please communicate with me, guys. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you think. Your energy keeps me creative. Okay, so go ahead, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to some of those comments.
The reason why I pour the water at the base of the post is to help the soil that I have already put around it to settle into the hole between all the bricks, the broken bricks that are in the hole. So now I'm just gonna put back some more soil on top and tamp it down and call it a day. Now it's time to put the grapevines in. Hey friends, thank you so much for being here and for watching the video to this point. I am standing in front of the arbor, and if you notice carefully, it has been transformed. I have added some more functionality to it, right? And so this is indeed an update. Now, if you remember when I was building, I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to put these posts in the center here, and well, off centered a bit. And I was saying nobody's gonna swing on it, so I really don't need them. No, nobody's gonna swing on it. Although, if I wanted to, it is strong enough so I could swing on it, right? But that's not the reason why I put them here. I put, well, not the only reason. I put them here because I wanted to make use of the space here. And so what I have done is not only put the post here, but I have actually put on some chicken wire here, some chicken wire here, and so I can plant vines at the base here, and I can use this as a trellis, which means that the arbor is now doing double duty. These trellises will be used seasonally, or if I want to, I could actually just plant grapes here and have grapes climbing up these trellises too. But the idea was to use them seasonally, and then on the outside, the grapes will be here and over there, so they will go across the top, right? And so I am very pleased and very happy that I added these 4 posts. Right now I have some cucumbers down there that are just trying to come up because the slugs, the snails, the chipmunks, and the moles are a problem in the garden. But it's a part of nature, I guess. Now, you will notice too that I am standing between 2 pots. Not only do I have these 2 pots hanging here, but I have 2 pots hanging on the outside. So what I went ahead and did was look for pieces of wood, thick wood. Now when I'm done chatting here, I will just take you guys closer so you can see what's going on here a little closer, right? But yeah, I went around the property and I looked for pieces of wood that were thick enough to hold hanging pots without falling out. Then I pre-drilled them because I did not want the wood to break when I put the screw through. So I pre-drilled, and then I basically screwed them under here, so they are pretty strong. I could swing on them too, but I'm not gonna try swinging on them. They're made for the pots, right? And so now I have the pots hanging here, the pots hanging there. I have the trellis here for my seasonal vines, and I have the trellis arbor for my grapevines. Guys, what do you think? Drop it in the comments and let me know what you think. And the grapevines are doing very well. So now what I'm going to do is just take you closer and give you an overview of this multi-purpose, multifunctional arbor that I built with my own 2 little hands. And you can do it too. Let's take a look.